I can see you.
Yorkschlagheck, the one and only.
The last time, you might remember or you may not remember, when I tried to start making a sprocket out of the saw blade. Well, I didn't get very far the last time around, and that was in part because my measurements were off. There's still markings on here. I don't know if you could see that. And I think my method was a little bit off too. I thought about it a lot. I was determined. And by the way, I heated this up really good today and let it cool down slowly so that I'll be able to drill this, hopefully. But in order to help me with the task, I actually got myself this geometry set. There, maybe that's a little better. Stadler geometry set. And I also got these labels. I still got my notes from last time because this was supposed to be the radius of the circle that I had to make. And what I have to do now is I'm going to make a mock circle. Just in order to make sure that my measurements are okay. I'm not that great at geometry, to tell you the truth. There's the fire truck or whatever. Anyways, if I have two equal sides to a triangle, and I know that one side is half an inch, which is the distance between the holes that form the teeth. See, if my sprocket has 18 teeth, which is the case here, I have to divide 360 by 18, which is 20. So if I make a series of triangles, well, 18 to be precise, they will add up to 360, which is a whole circle. So all I have to do is make sure that my circle is the right size and then divide it up into segments of 20 degrees, and that'll mean that all my teeth are equally spaced. That's the trick I didn't get last time. I also got confused because, you know, when you have spaces half inch apart, but then it's on a curve, on a circle here, then all of a sudden the half inch becomes something else because you're not going straight from point A to B. But I think in the case of a sprocket, we can neglect that as long as we're equally spaced and we got the right diameter. So that's the goal here now. And well, I got these labels that I can put on here, and I can actually use a regular paper circle to get my stuff going. However, for now I'm just going to do this on paper, period. I actually have a compass here that can accommodate a pencil. See? So now I just have to adjust this to 3.64, and this set came with the ruler, so it doesn't get much better than this, I tell you. Go over it like this. There's the 0 mark. 3.64. It's just about there. It is almost too finicky to be super accurate here, but this gives us an idea of the circle. I should double check the measurement, make sure it is really 3.64. This is more like 3.5 to be honest. So we'll adjust this slightly, and there's 3.64. It should be like this. Now all I have to do is mark increments of 20 degrees. Yeah, unfortunately, I just realized, kind of in the middle of doing this, that my camera battery was dead, which is never a good thing. Because now, so now, the only thing that I'd have to do is connect all these points, and they're all 20 degree increments, kind of like a pizza. Yeah, hopefully my tolerances are within acceptable limits because, you know, moving parts. Going all around here, connecting these marks. Alright, this, my friends, is the secret to making a sprocket. See, each of these points where it intersects with my circle should be where there's a hole to be drilled, 5/16, and then they should be 1/2 inch apart on center. And as far as I can see, they are a 1/2 inch apart. See, that's the key. So we're good. Because now I'm going to stick some label on the saw blade and we're going to repeat all the steps. And then we have the blueprint to making our sprocket.
Yes.
Now I can show you. See, I already stuck this on here. Label and another label right next to this. Alright, I would call this semi-successful because I'm able to drill holes. The size is smaller than what I need. That's done on purpose. However, I think my drill bit's already dull. That wasn't done on purpose. I might not get through this today. I might need more drill bits.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now interrupting this program to let you know that Freedom Freewheels is today's sponsor. Why would you go through the trouble of drilling a saw blade if you can buy a whole freewheel that we assemble from parts that you can't get, that we get delivered at a discount from the People's Republic of China? And we then assemble them just for you, for your bicycle, your family, made by our family business for yours. Link in the description. I know we don't have a link, we don't have a website. You have to visit our store. Just Google it. You'll find it. What?
I don't know how to say this, but I think I'm gonna abandon this project right now while I still have drill bits. See, I was able to drill 2 holes at 5/16 diameter perfectly, and it gave me hope. But then every time you get a hole through this metal, hole number 3 almost doesn't cut it anymore. So, however, you know, I would actually go out and get another drill bit or two just to try this out, to see if I can actually make the sprocket work. And, well, maybe if I get some time to think about this, maybe I'll come up with a plan and I'll actually do something about it. But for right now, I think I've had enough. You know, my accuracy is not up to snuff. I don't think it would really work all that well. Now, you could comment, you know, I shouldn't give up, I should just be stubborn and keep drilling. But believe me, I can hear the noise it makes when the drill bits it's getting stuck there. And those drill bits, I usually use them for work. They'll still be fine for drilling in drywall and in wood. They are carbide tipped. They're supposed to be pretty good, but you know, this is hardened steel. And even with me heating it up on the stove, I don't think it really softened it to the point where it's easy to drill. But does it make sense? Like, what do you think? What bugs me about this whole story is just like what I talked about the last time and the video before that, where I actually rebuilt a freewheel. Like, you cannot get the sprockets for these. And that is just plain wrong. We should have the opportunity to buy them if we want them. And I know that this is nothing. This is just like now 30 something $40 in Canada bicycle part that doesn't really break anybody's bank. You're just throwing away a whole bunch of metal that shouldn't be thrown away. But I know there are some electronic items where it's pretty much the same thing, and it's even worse. You know, once the company you buy it from stops making updates or whatever, you know, then you're stuck with a brick. And I think they're starting to pass laws about that, but it's about overdue. We should be able to service our stuff that we buy for perhaps a predetermined number of years, but it shouldn't be 5 years. It should rather be more on the side of 20-25 years. You know, I could live with an item that I've used for 25 years and then it's obsolete. I cannot use it anymore. But these things, the sprockets, they usually last me a season, you know. Then I have to change the chain, and then when I inspect the freewheel, when I do that, more often than not, one of the sprockets is worn to the point where you can throw it out. And that's why I thought, well, why not give this a whirl? At least I would know about a way out. But I'm still stuck, and I don't think it's worth pursuing and breaking drill bits for. You know, it's not worth my time, but it was an experiment. What can I say? And I thank you for watching. I hope, even though this didn't work out, you can... Don't smash it. Just touch the like button really gently. Ow! I thank you for that. Might want to subscribe to my channel. I come up with some weird ideas, I tell you. This included. See you next time.